in HARTHOPE Valley. I was in this area 3 weeks ago. I was up Halsey Crags. Camped in this spot before, basically just at the end of HARTHOPE Valley, about 5 minutes away from the car park, just over the other side of the river. I brought my Outbacker stove with us this time, and my Polish Lavoo, because I was anticipating it being sub-zero, but not quite. It's probably going to be about 1 degree, so I may as well use it, seeing as I've brought it out. Let me show you some of the gear that I've brought with us. So there's my backpack with all my gear in. There's my waterproofs, my softies. There's my Polish Lavoo there, and my Outbacker stove, which I'm going to put inside the teepee later on. If anyone's heard of them, I recommend these stoves. Like, I haven't used it much because it's pretty heavy and that, so it's not that practical, but if you're just camping near your car and not too far away, it's ideal. Failing that, pay somebody to carry it for you. I won't need to cut any wood. I've got a bag full of logs there, another bag full of logs, and some kindling there on the right. So right, I'm just going to set the tent up. Right, because the Lavoos haven't got a ground sheet, I brought one. You can get these at the pound shop for £1. Surprise, surprise. If anyone wants a Lavoo, they're about 25 quid on eBay. They always have the sleeping bag on the wider zip. It's supposed to keep you warmer, the tighter zip like, but I've never been cold in this sleeping bag. I mean, it's -15. Where in England you're gonna get that really very often, unless you're on top of a TV in the middle of the winter. If you're thinking about getting a bivvy bag, get one of these. That's all I'm going to say on the matter. If it didn't rain the night, I could literally sleep like this and be toasty warm. Jumper for later on. Old school army jumper. Better than this no face jumper. And it cost £5. Get all my waterproofs packed away. All my clothes packed away for later on. I'll just put them all in this Outbacker bag. It's the trouble with coming out with enough gear to last a week. You have to store it all away. But I'll probably be needing these later on, so they'll be back out. Yeah, like I say, I was hoping for it to snow, just so I could use that firebox inside the stove, inside the tent for its full potential. But never mind. I'll just not put my softies on tonight and use the stove to keep warm. So I've got 2 big bags of logs and a bag of kindling. So I think that will keep it a light all night, really. Right. Getting there, we're getting there. I may need to put this under a poncho later on, hence me bringing it, just to keep the wood nice and dry. It's getting a little bit nippy now. The sun's it's disappeared, so it's probably about 4:20. It might be a bit earlier, but apparently the sun was setting then. Right, we're almost organised. There's not enough room because of all the gear I've brought to go inside that tent, so TP. So I'm going to put all the gear underneath there just to keep dry in case it rains. Good little tip, like, if ever you're carrying a tent and you haven't got enough room to put your gear in it, maybe it's a small one man, just get a tarp. You don't have to buy one of those, and just pin it down and put your gear underneath. Very handy. Curry time, baby. Really? Mountain rescue and everybody's out. It's not really the solitude I was looking for, but someone's life in danger. And police cars and fire engines through them trees there at the end of HARTHOPE Valley. Helicopter's powering down, so I think I'm going to crack on with my curry light. At the end of the day, I cannot sit here and watch these all night, can I? Right, I'm anticipating it to rain because I felt a couple of little dribbles there, so I'm going to cook my curry underneath here. Another good reason for having it poncho as a backup shelter. Basically, you can use it as storage and cooking area. So whoever's crashed in that glider, Mountain Rescue must have found them because the helicopter's here now. We'll just wait for it to take off and then I'll get some filming of that done. I hope it makes for good content. You know, somebody's been hurt, you know what I mean, so not funny really. Just fingers crossed they're alright. Probably hear about it in the news tomorrow or something, if it's bad. So yeah, just gonna cook my curry underneath here. I can hear a couple of drops now, like, so I'm gonna go and get my camera. You can't be having a DSLR all soaking wet, can you? There you go. One chicken madras. And I'm going to get that down the hatch as quick as I can. It's getting dark. And I want to get the fire on. As you can see, I've got my wood there. There's the kindling. There's a couple of logs there. But I've got 2 bags full of them, so I'm not short of logs. There's the stove. And there's the chimney. I've dug a candle into the ground just to save on battery power, because that seems to be getting a bit dull now. So yeah, I'm just gonna get the firebox lit. Hot noodle time. Now all the emergency services have gone, it's nice and quiet now. Well, here's the stream again. I'm curious to find out what happened, like, because we were there a few hours at least. Just check the time. They've only just gone. Police cars, fire engines, ambulances, mountain rescue, Land Rovers, mountain rescue helicopters. So yeah, I'll be interested to see what happens tomorrow, like, in the news. Right, it's 10:05, so they've been here since about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's a fair few hours. Hopefully it'll be a bit quieter next time. Right, I've just come out the tent. There's still a load of fire engines and ambulances kicking about just across the river. I wonder what's happening. I don't want to go over there though, because it wouldn't be appropriate, you know. It's none of my business. I'm not part of emergency services, but looks like they've rescued somebody. I just don't know whether anybody's been killed or not. Guess we'll find out tomorrow. I'm gonna go back to the tent now because there's police and that kicking about, and I'm wild camping. Yeah, I don't know what's going on outside there. Like, as you see earlier on, and heard there was the glider that crashed in the hills next to the Cheviot. There's been about, there's 2 fire engines there, a couple of police cars, there's been 3 helicopters, and there's another couple of ambulances just come. So now the helicopters are gone. I take it hopefully they've been rescued, like, and there's ambulances here, so just see what happens. Just well, it's not unusual for mountain rescue and that to be out there in places like this, but this is the biggest I've ever seen. Like, I've seen the odd mountain rescue Land Rover and a couple of lads going up the hills looking for someone, but not to this extent. And you know, they're going to be very, very lucky if they come out unscathed. If I heard correctly, like, I reckon it was a glider that come down, so all I can do is just sit near and chill, I guess. Keep out the way. See what happens tomorrow though. It's bound to be news. Good morning. Sunday morning. There's loads of frost on the ground. It's just starting to melt away now, like. It's about 10 o'clock. Good morning. It's Sunday morning. The carnage of last night's all quietened and went away. It's safe to say though, the whole camping experience was marred by those helicopters, and that peace and solitude I was looking for I didn't get. But shiz happens, and I basically hope whoever was involved in the crash yesterday was okay. Right, there's my shelter last night. It's kept all my kit nice and dry. Might try sleeping under that next time. Not here though. There's the tent there, TP. There's loads of frost around the sides. But I waterproofed it a couple of weeks ago, and as you can see, the rain and frost are just like pellets, just bouncing off it, you know what I mean? Nice little water source nearby, so I've been RE for water. And these tents inside, the reason why I'm up at 10 o'clock is because look, I've had to put a tent light on inside. Pitch black. It's almost dinner time. So I'm just gonna pack up and have a porridge. No fuss. Hot water, done. So have that, pack up and get back in a bit, campers. Right people, I've packed up most of my gear. Just got to pack the Polish Lavu up and my hot box. It's been an interesting camp. I got here about 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon. By about 20 past 4 the sun started to set, and I was just about to make me curry, and a helicopter landed just across, about 100 metres away across that river. Then another helicopter landed, then another one, then it took off. Basically just kept taking off and landing for about 6 hours. There was 2 fire engines, 2 police cars, a couple of ambulances. Like I said, they were just over the river there in the car park where you park when you come to HARTHOPE Valley. They were there for like 6 hours like. Apparently, I know I've mentioned this earlier on in the video, but this is just, you know, just a debrief as it were. There was a glider that had crashed in the valley somewhere, and that's what all the commotion was for. So like I said earlier, just hopefully no one was hurt, you know. Sometimes things are a little bit more important than your own peace and solitude. I did enjoy it though, it was eventful. When May went, it was basically a couple of hours just quiet reading that, and then went to kit. So I'm starting to waffle now, so until the next time guys and gals, catch you later. Thanks for watching, check yourselves.
The only trace I've left is where my tent's been. You can see where I've cleared the ground for it earlier before I pitched it. But yeah, that's it. That's the only trace you should leave when you're out camping.